Hey, this is Miko from the Permit Empire, and I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning into this video. I want to thank those of you who have recently subscribed, liked, shared, or even commented on any of my previous videos. I want you to know I really do appreciate it. And if you have not done any of those things so far, I want you to feel free to go ahead and do so today. So today is Saturday for me. So I'm kind of just showing you pretty much what I'm doing for today. Now, usually what I do on Saturday, I don't really do a whole lot of work. I'm not usually meeting with clients or calling clients. Usually Saturday is what I consider to be my office day. I'm just doing I'm dealing with some follow-up emails. I am, kind of going over some paperwork that I have to get together, maybe going ahead and get everything scheduled for the following week. I'm also prepping permits on Saturday. Usually I just get ready for the week ahead. I get everything ready. I go ahead and just kind of and especially I get everything ready for my Monday. But today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and meet a client today. So this client, we were actually scheduled to meet yesterday on Friday, but due to her schedule, she had to cancel at the last minute. No problem. That was just for general notary work. She actually wanted me to notarize her permit application. She saw me a few days ago. I was leaving the building department and she was coming into the building department. Now she's working on her own permit package. She's putting together everything for her project. So she decided, okay, well, I do need a notary, someone to notarize my signature. And that's what she got me involved with. I was just supposed to notarize her signature. So after she canceled, she sent me over a message saying I can't make it. She had a reason. And I said, no problem. We could always schedule for another time. She asked, could we schedule for Saturday? And I decided, okay, I don't have a whole lot going on this Saturday. I have, I believe, 2 permits that I need to prep. So I said, no problem. I can meet you on Saturday and we'll do that. Later on that night, she texted me and said, in fact, can you just prep the permit for me? How much do you charge? So I sent her over my fees, how much I charge. I let her know, yes, I could definitely do it. Sent her over how much I would charge her for it. She responded back, okay, let's do it. So today I'm going to go over to her, meet up with her. I'm going to get everything taken care of. And what I'm bringing, she actually has a permit application. She has everything ready. When she went over to the building department, the day that she saw me, she actually saw me leaving. She saw the magnet on my car. That's how she knew that I was a notary and a permit processor, and my phone number is on my magnet. So she got my information from my magnet. But that day while she was at the building department, they went ahead and gave her the permit packet that she would need for the project. And it basically detailed everything that she would need to get the project or the permit together for submission. Of course, she's looking at it. She's a little bit intimidated because she's not familiar with this. She's not into construction. She doesn't do this for a living. So of course she's like, you know what? I was going to do it, but I'd rather let you handle it since this is something that you do all the time. I have no problem with that because yes, it is something I do all the time. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I went ahead. I know she already has the permit packet together, but I'm also going to bring over a copy of the notice of commencement or notice of commencement that she can also fill out while I'm there. I'll have her fill that out and I'll go ahead and notarize her signature on that as well as the permit application while I'm there, and just kind of make sure she has everything together, or at least the things that I will need in order to put this permit packet together, because I still do need things from her. I still need like a copy of the contract so that I know what products are going into this project, and then I'll know how to proceed with it. So I'm going to go over now, meet up with her, just go over some things with her and just get everything together. Make sure I have as much as possible together today. So that's what I'm going to do now. So come on, let's get on the road. I just met with the client. The meeting went very well. She was prepared. She had already filled out her permit application. She also had her contractor fill out his portion on the permit application as well. So while I was there, I went ahead and had her signed, of course, checked her license, and went ahead and notarized her portion of the permit application. However, in her area, or the building department requirements for that area, is that the contractor also signs and has his signature notarized, and she didn't have that. So instead of me taking the permit application away from her so that I can go ahead and have it processed, I told her that's a must-have. She must have that signed and notarized by him. He did tell her, however, that he does have a notary, like he can do it, no problem. She was unable to meet with him as well, like she was unable to meet with me the day before. Same thing with him. She was unable to meet with him, but he did tell her, hey, bring it by. I'll go ahead and I'll get my things signed and notarized too, so that you'll have that information. Now, what was good about this homeowner also is because when she went to the building department, she was doing her due diligence to see what is it that she needs for this project. So they gave her a breakdown. They gave her a list of what's needed for this type of project in order for her to get a permit. So when she showed it to me, the thing is because I'm very familiar with this building department and their requirements, she was confused by what they were asking for because she doesn't know that terminology. She was just kind of like, what is this? What is that? So once I was able, I just got the form from her. I went through everything on the checklist and I let her know this is this, you don't have this, you need that. When we get back in touch with the contractor, this is what you need to ask for. I was able to circle off, okay, this and this is what you're going to ask for from the contractor. I was able to kind of highlight where the contractor needs to make sure he signs the permit application. Just so that, letting her know that this is the steps that we still need to take in order to get everything approved, and that we just pretty much need to start with. So she was really glad. By the end of the conversation, she was like, you know what? I think I'm glad I decided to go ahead and hire you because it's a little bit overwhelming for me. I said, no problem. It's something I do often. So therefore, I'm a little bit more accustomed to the requirements and what they need. And of course, she was just grateful that she didn't have to do it at that point. And also, like I said earlier, I brought a copy of the notice of commencement. I had her go ahead and fill that out and sign, and I notarized her signature on that as well because, like I figured, she didn't have a copy of that. The building department, they don't always give you a copy of the notice of commencement. Sometimes they will, but it is something that is required for her project. When it comes to inspection, it's going to be needed to be on site at the time of inspection. And like I did advise her, if she didn't have that notice, the recorded notice of commencement, right there in that permit packet at the time of inspection, the inspector would go ahead and just, oh, I'm not doing this inspection. He would just walk away, and he would be well within his rights to do so because you're supposed to do a notice of commencement in Miami-Dade County for any project that's over $2,500 in value. And her project is definitely over $2,500. Smoothly though, she was really grateful that we had everything together and that I was familiar with the process. And it's another thing that, you kind of just want to be mindful of is if you're signing on with a client to do a certain type of project, that it's a good idea that you get yourself familiar first with the requirements so that when you do talk to them or when you do sit down with them, you're aware of what this is or what this looks like. Just the list of requirements alone, knowing already, like when I walked in and she showed me the list, it didn't feel overwhelming for me because I had already gotten myself accustomed to looking at this list, knowing what's required by this building department for this type of project. So although she was a little frustrated when I got there, because she's like, this is a lot, I was able to kind of let her know this isn't that bad. We're on the right track. This is no problem. We can get this rolling and we'll get an approved permit packet for you, an approved permit application for you. So it went really, really well. She was just a great person, and it went smoothly. But if you have any questions or you have any comments, go ahead, feel free, leave them in the comments section below, and I look forward to chit-chatting with you later.